Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Recap Media YouTube channel. Please like the video, subscribe to help our channel and enjoy this full video.
Kameko meeting the dark god Wolbach's right-hand man. Host. Kameko helps Host solve a puzzle, and they become friends. Kameko meets Host the next day and brings him food she stole from Bakakori's shop. Host tells Kameko he needs something else to break the seal for the puzzle, so he flies away to look for a hen and a chick. This is when Kameko finds Inky for the first time, leading to her showing Ink to Megumin. In the present, Megumin and Union search Megumin's house and question Kameko's whereabouts. They head outside and notice two monsters trying to steal Ink. Megumin plans to build a grave for Inky, but Union tells her not to give up so soon. Megumin attempts to save Ink from the monsters but fails miserably. The monsters take Ink and flee. Megumin tells Union they'll worry about Inky later since they should locate her sister first. Union and Megumin find Kameko in the forest along with the monsters who kidnapped Inky. Union and Megumin pull out their adventurer cards, but Megumin doesn't want to use her skill points since it may take her decades to learn explosion magic. Union uses her skill points to give herself access to lightning magic. Union stays behind to fight the monsters and save Ink. Megumin tells Kameko to stay at her side because she plans to return and help Union. Megumin and Kameko hide behind bushes and notice Union saving Ink from the monsters. Megumin catches Union before she falls from using intermediate level magic to wipe out the monsters. Union says Megumin won't need to learn magic now that she's defeated the monsters, allowing Megumin to save her skill points for explosion magic. Although Union doesn't think it's a great idea for Megumin to learn explosion magic, she doesn't want Megumin to give up on her dreams. Megumin and Union notice a herd of monsters heading their way and realize the teachers are leading them to their location. Union believes the adults plan to lead them here so they can unleash a powerful spell that'll wipe them all out. Megumin plans to leave Union behind, but Inky catches her attention. Megumin realizes they're getting attacked because Inky is with them. Megumin believes Inky's connected to the Dark God and her minions. Since they're in a tight bind, Megumin plans to learn magic to help them escape. Although she's never used magic before, Megumin says her Crimson Demon instincts help her understand how it flows through her body. She looks at her adventurer's card and notices she has enough skill points to learn explosion magic, thanks to her murdering the second duck from the previous episode. Megumin obliterates the monsters with her newfound magic and falls to the ground. Megumin confirms the adults rush to her, Union, and Kameko's aid. Afterward, Megumin and Union are on top of the school's roof. Union tells Megumin her explosion magic had caused the Dark God's seal to break. However, Megumin knows Kameko is the one who helped Host break the seal, but the adults don't want to believe her. Megumin confirms the adults don't know she knows how to use explosion magic either. Megumin and Union visit their school over the weekend and learn they'll be graduating by themselves since they learned magic. Megumin tells Union she'll be heading on an adventure as soon as she makes enough money. Union suggests Megumin take Inky with her, and Megumin agrees since it'd be cool to have a dark god as a servant. The episode closes with Megumin giving Ink the name Chomusuke. Then we receive a montage of the girls performing work and not enjoying it. Union comforts Megumin and promises her she'll find them better paying jobs that aren't a hassle to complete. Megumin asks Union to follow her, where we see Megumin perform an explosion. She tells Union she needs to perform it once a night, or she'll die. Helpless, Megumin asks Union to carry her home. Suddenly, Bakakori arrives and says he's looking for the mad exploder and heard an explosion nearby. Megumin lies to Bakakori in order to get out of trouble. They return to Megumin's home, and Megumin asks Union to help her with job hunting tomorrow. A robed person named Arns arrives at Megumin's home and greets Chomusuke. Arns says she'd like to devote her existence to Chomusuke and dedicate her life to protecting her. Chomusuke doesn't show interest, and neither does Megumin. Arns promises Megumin 300,000 Eris if she lets her take Chomusuke off her hands. Chomusuke's resistant to begin with, so Arns plans to stop by tomorrow to collect her. Union is shocked by Megumin's willingness to give Chomusuke up in the morning. Arns arrives to collect Chomusuke and thanks Megumin for being a great caretaker. Megumin hands Chomusuke over. Chomusuke pulls on Arns's hood, revealing Arns's horns, and Union and Megumin are shocked to discover she's a high-ranked demon. Arns promises she's only here for Chomusuke, but Union and Megumin refuse to hand her over. Arns faints for some reason, so Megumin and Union take her inside. Arns explains she feels trapped inside some weird energy field and that evil men attract themselves to her during her journey. Each encounter led to them breaking promises with her. Arns calls out to Chomusuke, but she refuses to leave. Suddenly, Bakakori arrives because of Arns's presence. Megumin tells Bakakori that Arns is the mad exploder, and he summons his worthless male companions to chase Arns away from the village. At night, Megumin asks Union to keep Chomusuke at her place and reveals she plans to leave on her journey with Arns's 300,000 Eris. Megumin tells Union she won't return to the village after she meets the mage from her childhood. She states she'll probably meet reliable companions who'll help her slay the Demon King so she can ascend his throne. Union confirms she still wants to become the village chief once she's learned advanced magic. Union plans to stop Megumin if she becomes the new Demon King, and she eventually leaves. The episode closes with Megumin teleporting to Arkanrisha. Megumin, worrying about finding work to pay for her next traveling destination after Arkanrisha. Megumin overhears a woman screaming and rushes to her aid. The woman fabricates a story that makes it look like she's in danger. Megumin boasts about herself, allowing the girl to flee. The men tell Megumin that woman was an Axis cultist who committed several crimes. The woman returns with an officer and tells her a lie to escape the scene with Megumin. She introduces herself as Cecily, a priest with the religious order of Axis. Cecily convinces Megumin to visit the Axis sect by promising her food. Megumin eats her meal alongside Cecily and meets the archpriest, Father Zesta. Zesta tells Megumin she can reside here until she finds work. Megumin thanks Zesta and continues eating. One of Zesta's men informs him about their sector's low conversion rates and argues it's the heiress cult's fault. Megumin offers to help Zesta by improving the Axis sex conversion rates. Megumin conjures and performs 2 plans, but they fail miserably. Megumin explains why she's traveling alone to Zesta. Zesta recalls hearing about the woman Megumin's searching for and says she runs a magic item shop in Axel. With this information, Megumin's determined to help Zesta with his recruiting efforts. Zesta spots a girl wandering the streets, and Megumin proceeds with her new plan. She realizes it's Union and explains her dilemma to her. Union explains she's visiting Arkanrisha because Konosuba misses Megumin. Zesta butts into their conversation and confirms his working relationship with Megumin. Union tells Megumin it might be a bad idea for her to work with them, but Megumin already knows that. Suddenly, a knight and guards plan to arrest Zesta. Cecily arrives and wonders if it has to be due to Zesta's perverted antics. The pink-haired knight confirms Zesta's being charged with conspiracy to commit treason. They take Zesta away after giving him a thorough explanation. Cecily wonders what will happen to the Axis order now that Zesta's been arrested. Megumin asks Union if she knows anything about the accusations. Union explains Soketo asked her to deliver a letter of prophecy to Arkanrisha. The episode closes with Megumin pondering. Union apologizing for delivering the letter. Cecily tells her not to worry since Father Zesta is probably having the time of his life. Cecily asks Megumin and Union if they want her to collect votes. We receive a montage of different members of the Axis order holding a campaign to become the new leader. After Megumin and Union help Cecily sabotage some nominees, she asks them to follow her to several inns. After visiting an inn, Megumin is baffled by Devil King's forces when they put slime mix into the hot springs. They arrive at the area where the spring water from the mountains is collected. Cecily confirms the Axis order runs this area while Union reminds her this is where the strange occurrences involving Father Zesta began. Megumin says it's best to search the location for evidence to see if Zesta is guilty of his crimes. Suddenly, they hear Father Zesta arguing against his charges. The girls meet Zesta as he's arguing with the lady who arrested him. Zesta tells the girls he's been released as the woman beside him apologizes. Zesta asks the woman to give the woman with glasses his thanks for clearing his name with the lie-detecting magic device. Megumin wonders who poured the powder into the springs if it wasn't Father Zesta. Arns bump into Megumin and company and still wants to take Komusk from them. Arns and Father Zesta engage in combat. Zesta's upset because he values Arns's dashing appearance but knows the Axis order doesn't take kindly to demonic entities. Cecily and other members of the cult stand by Zesta's side. They believe Arns is responsible for the inn's hot spring sabotage incident. Arns flee after being hunted down by the Axis cult. Even though she didn't do it, Megumin and Union leave and no longer want anything to do with the Axis cult. Megumin visits the hot springs with Cecily, and she confirms Father Zesta committed the crime. He mixed the baking soda with the slime mix when he was cleaning up. She tells Megumin not to tell anyone about this. Cecily explains why the hot springs look the way they are and wishes the rings were wider. Megumin uses explosion magic to make the hot springs more expansive. Father Zesta thanks Megumin for her help with the hot springs and asks her to take a trip here in the future. Megumin says she'd like to stop by Arkanrisha with her future allies. Father Zesta casts Aqua's divine protection spell on Megumin, and Union asks if he could do the same for her. He refuses because her letter got him in trouble. Cecily hands Megumin some Axis cult recruitment applications to hand out to Axel's residents. Megumin throws them at Cecily. Megumin and Union head on the coach for Axel. The episode closes with Megumin vowing to make Axel her base of operations and a place where she'll recruit her future allies.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.